What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Dat Wrasslin podcast. We have a full roster today here at Dat Wrasslin podcast. That's right, we got Ben back in the house. What's going on, Ben?
Definitely back in the
Welcome
house
back,
as
Ben.
always. Oh, yeah, it is good to be back, man. Definitely good to
We
be
missed
back.
you, Ben.
We miss Ben. We were hoping and praying that you'd get better soon. We got original folks here, as always. Like, we got Sheepshifter, and then we got the one that likes to take a nap before the podcast starts, Soulamazin gaming. Little bit of a nap over here. Hey, what's up, Monster and Julian? Alright. Soul was supposed to stream the podcast today, so he's gonna be the one taking away on the show, kind of like leading it on. So whenever you're ready, Soul, you can get into it if you're not beating up your computer.
All right, so I'm ready.
Okay.
You guys ready? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Monster Julian, everybody. All right, so we'll start it off with the Monday Night Raw.
Yep,
Of course.
definitely.
And like I was talking about, I believe, last week, of course, Raw always starts off with either Kurt Angle or Roman Reigns, this week being Roman Reigns, followed by Kurt Angle, though. So Roman Reigns comes out, kicks off the show with his little whiny boo-boo, crybaby little story, like normal, you know? A little feel sorry for me, a little frustration. Then Kurt Angle comes out. A little bit of bad news. You're not going to get another shot at Money in the Bank, bud. So Roman Reigns throws a temper tantrum, runs to the back to look for Jinder Mahal, and they have a little bit of a scuffle. What did you guys think about this whole scenario, the whole attack on
Okay,
Jinder?
I'm kind of actually like a little bit glad that Roman Reigns is not going to get beat in the Money in the Bank. That's like kind of actually like my upside of it.
He will be in the Money in the Bank. He will.
No,
watch.
he actually won't be because
Nah,
like
he
that's
will.
what Kurt Angle did say.
He will.
He said he's not going to be.
He will watch. He will
God.
be there.
I swear, like if he's in it, I'll literally just quit YouTube.
You're gonna quit YouTube because he's gonna be in it? You're not gonna quit
Yeah,
watching wrestling,
definitely.
you're just gonna quit YouTube?
Yeah, definitely.
That's logical.
I will
So you got it
actually,
ready up, by the way.
So readying up. And of course, guys, this is also a Hell in a Cell match. 2 out of 3 falls. KO is on. So hopefully that will be
Yeah.
a match.
Alright. So, about that little bit of beat up Roman Reigns did
Oh my gosh.
to Jinder Mahal. This actually continues on later on, right? Like,
I think.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there was another segment where it showed Jinder Mahal and Roman Reigns, and I think
That
I'm
was
not
almost
sure.
the end.
Yeah, it was.
The
Yeah,
end
that
of
was
the
almost
show.
the end of the show. I'm not sure what.
My thought
when.
of the initial attack was that it was gonna. I mean, it is what it is, but the last person. I mean, if I've got to see Roman Reigns, do I really have to see Jinder Mahal with him? You know, that's not. I mean, maybe they make it to beat up Jinder Mahal kind of thing. You know, like beat up John Cena. But I mean, otherwise, you know, unless he's just beating up Jinder Mahal every single night and doing that every day, I mean, I could get behind that. Like
It's
every
heel
day,
Roman.
Reigns spears Jinder Mahal through something else. I could see that. Otherwise, if I've got to see Roman Reigns, do I really have to see Jinder Mahal right there with him? That's kind of fucked up. They're like shoving 2 things we don't want to see down our throat.
Heel Roman, guys, it's starting.
I
It's
think
here.
it's just another attempt to get the fans back on Roman's side because Jinder Mahal is so hated. They're hoping if Roman Reigns beats the crap out of him, shuts him up, maybe the fans will be back on Roman's side.
But did it really work when he faced all those heels? Did it work?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Actually,
I don't think it's working. I don't think
Okay.
anything's working.
so yeah, so some strangers, when I was actually like watching the attack, some strangers and all that like I actually like just remember that the fans were actually like cheering for Jinder Mahal, some strange reason. Don't even know why they were cheering.
Why would that be
Mahal.
strange? For them to cheer
Yeah,
Jinder
but
Mahal.
they were actually like booing Roman Reigns. Like that's what they were doing. Like they were cheering Jinder, but booing Roman Reigns. So I was just like, what's going on right now? Are we like seeing a Jinder turn face? No one wants to see.
Jinder turn face. Oh, don't get Soul started with the whole gender thing. Don't get Soul
I
started.
mean, I think if you really, I mean, maybe that's their theory, is that if they have Roman Reigns fight somebody that, you know, everybody already hates, then maybe that'll work. But that already hasn't worked before. If anything, it made them, you know, like that person more. Because for a while, Braun Strowman wasn't quite getting over a little bit. Until he started getting beating up Roman Reigns all the time. And then everybody was like, oh, I love Braun Strowman.
That's the only reason why everybody loves Braun Strowman now. Because they have him keep beating up Roman Reigns. And that's where they went wrong there. They thought to have Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, they thought that Braun Strowman was going to be the guy that puts Roman over. That's what they wanted initially. But it was reversed. Fucking Roman Reigns put Braun Strowman over. Now everybody loves Braun Strowman.
Just another thing to have to worry about.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Other superstars all at the same time.
Okay, so can we move on to the next thing, which is
Let's move on to
stole
an
the
actual
freaking show. I'm gonna say
this is a great match. Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yep.
That's a good match.
It definitely was.
And that
It was
my
really
favorite
great
attire.
to see Kevin Owens against Seth because I really like Kevin Owens in the ring. I think that even against someone like Seth, who's arguably one of the best in the world right now, he put on a great performance.
Definitely.
He shows hope to us chubby guys. We can get the job done.
Definitely.
Get the
Us
job
chubby
done.
guys.
Yeah, don't
Trying
get
to
your
say
hopes
we're all
up too
chubby
much.
over here?
Yeah, definitely.
A bit of a reach.
I love this match. I mean, obviously, it was the match of the night.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, unless you got some really strong opinions about, you know, No Way Jose or something.
What are you talking about? No Way Jose is amazing, dude. He's a great guy. He's so funny, so cool.
He's starting to stumble here.
The gimmick. I'm gonna say, like all I'm just saying, just the gimmick. That's what I was like talking about.
Mental and physical anguish you go through when competing.
Oh, yeah?
It's the Kevin Owens that we haven't seen in a while. I mean, it was an actual match from Kevin Owens where you thought it could go either way.
What
and
it is
wasn't because of Sami Zayn or heel stuff.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is just so good that when you face him in a 1v1, you have to put on a show. Just like what you just said about Kevin Owens, and it wasn't a dirty match. It wasn't Sami Zayn. It was the same situation with the Miz versus Seth Rollins. He didn't have the Miztourage helping him. He didn't play dirty. He fought. He wrestled to his best ability, just like Kevin Owens did. I think Seth Rollins just is a good competitor. It brings out the best in others.
Yeah, definitely. Wait, how many title defenses has Seth Rollins now had? Because I know he
More than Brock is all I can say.
Which is actually more than Brock Lesnar. I'm just saying.
Yeah, just
You said it's 5?
Good. Yeah, he's like
I was trying to count in my head.
Yeah, I think Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, like they're both like some of the defending champions more than Brock Lesnar. I'm just saying that, like that's my opinion.
On that one. Whoa. Yeah, he sure seems to like that.
5 sounds about right.
He's not getting up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was The Miz, there was Kevin Owens, there was
Seth
wasn't it
Rollins.
Mojo?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
Mojo was the first one.
Yeah, definitely.
Wasn't Shelton Benjamin one?
Actually,
No, that's SmackDown. He went for something.
Not even close. Jeez,
Yeah.
that was embarrassing.
Bobby Roode?
Finn Balor, right?
What was this for?
Finn Balor went for it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Was it? Did he?
Yeah. Finn Balor did. Wasn't it last week when Finn Balor went for it? Pretty sure it was last week.
I don't know.
But yeah, that was a good match, and I would like to see more good match. Well, you're going to see probably the only good matches on Raw are going to be whatever they put Seth Rollins as. He's carrying Raw right now. I mean, 100%.
What's up, Pikachu? Pikachu over here. I haven't seen him in a while.
Okay. Okay, so yes, like I'm actually gonna add to this. But who do you think Seth Rollins who's probably actually gonna accept the open challenge next on Raw? Because people
Bobby Lashley.
People have been actually saying Braun Strowman.
Bobby Lashley.
It's not gonna be Bobby because the whole thing was Sami Zayn going on.
No, not Braun. I'm saying
saying.
Braun. Some straight is you.
I like to see Elias.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Interesting.
Elias versus Seth Rollins. That would be. That could actually be a money match.
Pretty good match.
Money. Mela is
Because
money.
I was just saying how Seth brings out the best in everyone. I think Elias would have a good match.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about putting people over by beating them, you know, I think there's a lot of people that could look really good and they could use the boost. But
yeah,
that's one of them. I mean, a lot of these young guys could use that, you know, the Chad Gables and the stuff like that. They could use that.
One of the greatest strikers in the game right now.
true.
Yeah, true.
I don't know why they wasted one with Mojo. Like he was ever gonna get over.
I know,
That was a
right?
good match.
It was.
Surprisingly, and I mean, it gave me a little bit of hope for Mojo, maybe in the
Why
future
would
if
you
he sticks it
have
out.
hope for Mojo? That's another.
I really liked Mojo before he turned heel. I don't like him as a heel. He's just irritating. I really
I didn't even like the hype bros at all, no matter who it was.
You don't like Zack Ryder?
No. I never even liked Zack Ryder before fucking Hype Brothers.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder was a Kurt Hawkins back in the day. Just with a fancy little
Wait, who?
gimmick
Who was a?
of
he won the
Moto.
He won the.
Mojo, yeah.
Didn't he win the Money in the Bank? And then
No, he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
no, Zach Ryder.
Oh, Zach, no, he's never won.
Not what Money in the Bank it
Yeah.
was.
He won like the Intercontinental title or something.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that's
think so.
Like a 6-man ladder match. Yeah, he did. I watched it. It's like
Yeah, he won something, and it was like it lasted like a day. He literally lost it the next day. I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah,
That's still big to win a title at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, this is a little moment after he went viral or whatever.
Yeah,
Well, we can move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
Next we had a triple threat match for the Money in the Bank qualifier between Bobby Roode, No Way Jose, Street's favorite wrestler, and Baron Corbin.
Who won this? I totally forgot who won.
Bobby Roode.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is pretty predictable. I was like, they're not going to give Baron Corbin Money in the Bank again. He's not even.
I don't know why I
what's the point of
asked
him
though,
competing
because
in it? It's too early for No Way Jose.
Yeah.
And
But I don't know, Baron
predictable.
Corbin could have been one. That's why I kind of forgot, because you never know. They could put Baron Corbin back on the bandwagon. He fucking was.
Yeah, I thought for a second Baron Corbin might get it. He did
Because, you
deep
know,
six.
Because you know how he
yeah.
failed to cash in, so, you know, maybe he wants his, like, little revenge or comeback or something.
Yeah, probably.
And he gets out of there in a
Just
hurry.
has one fly mark.
There he goes again.
I will. It's going to be echoing what Bleacher Report says, but I agree completely with what they said. That I don't think Bobby Roode is the best person for a Money in the Bank ladder match.
Why?
He's a slower wrestler. He's slower paced. He doesn't do ladder stuff. I don't think he takes. I've never seen him take a ladder bump. You know, I don't think. When I think of Bobby Roode, I don't think of matches involving ladders and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly look this up very quickly.
So you don't think of?
I mean, maybe it'll. What I'm hoping is
you said Baron Corbin at first. Are you saying? Who are you saying?
Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, Bobby Roode. You know, he's a slower paced wrestler. I don't think he's good for the Money in the Bank. You know, I think we need people that, I don't know. It might be okay. I'm thinking maybe because I'm thinking that it's not going to be good, that it'll be better. You know, it'll.
I don't know. We'll see how it works. So who we have so far for the qualifiers? If anyone can
yeah, Braun Strowman is going to win. It doesn't matter who else we got.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman's going to win.
No, legit, just tell me who we got right now.
Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman, The Miz.
And apparently,
I think that's it. Oh, Kevin Owens.
Okay, can I
Let me check that
last match.
This guy's a machine.
My computer's so slow for me. It's saying that right now.
Man, that got him good. He landed a perfectly placed strike. That'll send a message
so,
to
yeah,
your adversary, all right.
Bobby Roode winning the triple threat match. He's going to be in Money in the Bank. I personally seen it coming. They're really big on Bobby Roode. He's not
Oh, this is who we have. This is who we have. Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, Rusev, and The Miz. That's for the men. And
we
for
got
women,
everybody but Rusev.
yeah, women's we have Alexa Bliss, Ember Moon, Charlotte, Flair, and they're still working on 5 more other people.
Here we go.
Actually, this is up the news there also, but we don't even remember.
High-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
All right, you can move on. So, sorry, I had it.
Moving on to a match that I did not even see.
What? Did you see the promo for it?
No, I'm gonna look it up on YouTube after.
Oh, it was the greatest. Yeah.
Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel versus Breezango.
Why didn't you see this match?
Yeah, I read the little words about it.
Yeah, the B team, man. The B team is up in here. They're actually doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, they're doing pretty good with where they're at right now. It's the tag team stable.
Yeah.
I know before we talked about we wasn't sure where they would fit, like if they were gonna stay as a tag team stable or what, like what they were gonna do. You know what I mean? But they're doing pretty good.
It was a little bit corny when they were like, you know, when Kurt Angle was like, they're like, yeah, we're a tag team, and you know, we want to be known as the A team. And Kurt Angle was like, no, you can't call yourself that. That's already a TV show and a remade movie from the 2000s. And they're like, well, fine, we'll be the B team.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what? He's like, and the B stands for best.
Okay, who actually heard the crowd actually singing like the A-Team's like theme song?
Did they? I don't even know what the fucking A-Team's
yeah, they definitely did.
I don't think the people in Britain know the A-Team theme song.
No, they were actually London. Singing. Like they were actually singing.
What's the theme song, Ben?
What is it, Ben?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Then how you know they were singing it?
Yeah, I don't like.
Ben, you'd have to be a really good singer to get the copyright violation.
Oh,
he is though. I understand.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, this was great. I mean, sure it was at the expense of Breezango. You know, but that's what they're there for, right? They're there to make us laugh and to put people over.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope to see like a little tiny, and maybe a small one, or it should be a comedic title run. You know, shits and
I think
giggles.
both of these tag teams should have a small title run.
Definitely.
Of course.
They both be very humorous.
Yeah. I mean,
and I think the sky's the limit for the B team.
If the fucking Bludgeon Brothers can hold the SmackDown titles, pretty sure Breezango and them is. can hold a fucking Raw Tag Team titles.
Now, okay, well, everybody's always hating on the Bludgeon Brothers so bad, and it's not their fault they got repackaged and got a monster push. If anybody in the world is a great wrestler, Luke Harper is one.
Yeah, Luke Harper
is a great wrestler. Eric Rowan may not be the best, but he's still decent and a good jobber, and he matches up with Harper really well. So I don't think it's fair to sit there and be so negative on the Bludgeon Brothers.
I have my right to be negative about them.
Why?
Well, just like everybody has their right to be negative about Roman Reigns.
I mean, but I would like you to explain yours.
The same reason why people hate Roman Reigns.
Because they got a push?
Because they got a push, and they got this big-ass push that no one really gives a shit about.
I don't know. Some people give a shit about it. They do, I'm sure.
Okay, and yeah, some people give a shit about Roman. So it's the difference here.
Okay. Touche, Monsieur Pussycat.
The unfortunate reality is he might not get up.
It's just same fucking deal, but a tag team stable. Roman got just as big as a push as fucking Bludgeon Brothers did. I mean, Bludgeon Brothers may not be as big as a deal because, you know, they're tag team stable. They're not like a single person trying to get every fucking title in the world, but similar background.
Taken off his feet. I'll tell you,
we
can move on.
Good finish, guys. Very good.
Yeah, he's on Dream Street.
Did you see that?
Elbow drop in the ring. I'm dropping elbow drops on the ring, bro. I don't play. That was great.
Alright, so moving on, guys. Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad?
Yay!
What kind of shit?
Gay shit.
What kind of...
It's the six-person tag that they do to all the women. I mean, it's become a joke now. That almost when they don't know what to do with the women, they just throw them in a six-person tag because why not?
When did Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Natalya become a team?
They're best friends. They always have been. Duh.
So random.
It's been storyline ever since, you know, wrestling started. They've always been best friends.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, can we talk about like the Bayley?
They're like the Iconics. They were introduced together.
Go that right between Bayley and Sasha Banks. Never want to see it again.
I mean, nobody cares about the Riot Squad. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, some people, I guess, care about Ruby Riot, but nobody cares about Sarah Logan. I guess some people might like Liv Morgan, but Sarah Logan's bad in the ring.
That's Baron Corbin's sister.
Maybe they should team up. They do that mixed tag stuff, and they could team up.
Oh God.
Mixed tag belt. That's coming.
Maybe like ICW.
Mixed tag, yeah, that is coming, man. That mixed tag team title. You'll see that shit soon.
So I say we go straight into the next match. Let's not dwell on this one.
Yeah, that
making my stomach hurt.
6-woman tag team match was bad.
Whoa.
So moving on, we have the Leaders of Worlds versus the Revival. That I also did not see this match, guys. So I need to look up like all of the Leaders of Worlds matches from the past few weeks because I haven't seen any of them.
Really? Because they're not on Hulu?
None of them are on Hulu.
Why? Why did they strip it down?
I haven't seen them on Hulu since they won the title.
I'll be honest, I've gotten to where I'll watch it on my phone now. I'm sorry, I pay for it, so I mean I'm still paying to watch. I mean I am watching it illegally, but I'm also paying for it, so I think it's okay.
You heard it here first on the Master Podcast. We pay for it.
I pay for it on Hulu, and I have the WWE Network. I'm not paying $70 for cable too. Y'all can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
So
what happened to net neutrality, huh?
And you can even watch it after the fact. You can go to that same site and it's still up for the whole week up until the next one. You can watch it later. You don't have to watch it live.
Yeah.
So that site's worked for me. Just make sure you use a browser with a pop-up blocker because it blocks like 40 pop-ups.
I watched part of it on the site last week, but then I got lazy and finished it in my room. So I had to watch it on Hulu.
You just cast it to your TV.
I don't have a smart TV.
Get a Chromecast.
But then, like you just said, I'm not paying for anything else. I have Hulu and WWE Network too.
But Chromecast would be good for, just general all around. You would be able to do, Anyway, let's not dwell on what we have.
We're over here going on to some different topics.
Those personal problems over here.
It's been a while since we all been together. We're a little rusty.
Do you guys have anything to say about this match?
It was a good match. I mean, anything so far with the leader of worlds been pretty good. I mean, they got their tag team, workmanship on point pretty much. They've been doing some good shit. I mean, I know from the beginning of the Deleter of Worlds, they were a little bit, off, and they didn't really have quite new sets.
So it has gotten better?
Yeah, it's gotten better.
It's the same. It's the same.
You think so?
It hasn't. We haven't seen anything crazy at all.
Well,
we've seen normal.
I think you're expecting too much.
We've seen normal damn matches.
I think you're expecting too much. Is what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah.
I think you're expecting way too much. I think you're expecting something from like TNA kind of segments or shit they would do with Brother Nero and Matt Hardy.
I'm expecting anything except for a normal damn match.
Here's the thing. I think the only thing they could really do at the moment, trying to get this Woken or Broken, whatever he is, gimmick up there with Bray Wyatt, they're really focusing on segments with these dudes. Because if you watch the segments they had recently in the past shows, they've been pretty weird. They've been getting weirder and interesting, if you know what I mean. And I think that's the only thing they're focusing on is the segments right now. And I guess they're probably just leaving where the tag team moves and all that, whatever stuff. I know, we have Matt Hardy over here doing a wonderful and clapping, so has Bray Wyatt and claps with them and whatnot. I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying. You want to see something crazy, some crazy shit, whatever. I get it, but I think they're just focusing on segments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I don't know.
Also to add to that, you also have to consider the fact that they're wrestling the revival, so you're not gonna get.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anything that crazy. Man. Come on.
Cool. So just throw a little shade. Throw a little shade. No, but I agree partially with all of you. I see Sheep's point of view. I think that the whole Deleters of Worlds thing, the Bray Wyatt going into the Lake of Resurrection happened so long ago. It feels like.
I know.
I feel like they're dragging it out too much. Like it's starting to become now they do kind of start doing some crazier stuff and going back and touching on the way things went about in TNA days. It's kind of like maybe not too late, but they should have done it and hit it hard, hit it fast.
Let's just remember
right in the get-go.
Let's just remember here.
They shouldn't span it out so long. I don't think it's wrong of Sheep to expect to see something better than just a normal match. This is a WWE. It's supposed to be the best in the world. Like they should be putting on the biggest, best performances every week. They should be. There's no excuse for.
I understand.
We're just gonna have them go out and have a regular match every week. Well, in a boring regular match every single week, over and over again. There's no excuse for that. You're the WWE. You're the best wrestlers, best in-ring entertainers in the entire world.
All they
want
do
to
is the
tune
wonderful
in.
thing.
You should be able to have a brand new viewer tune in on any one of your shows any week and automatically be drawn in within like the first 20 minutes.
Let me say something
turning
real
the
quick.
show on and watching it. You should be keeping these people entertained. There's no
Let me
excuse to
say
not.
something real quick.
They're
I don't
held to
wanna cut you off or
that
anything.
standard.
Okay.
I just want to put something in there a little bit. I think it's because I don't think they really have the full license or whatever for the whole broken or woken Matt Hardy type thing, because it's basically just a repackaged thing from TNA. So I think they're not trying to really steal like the whole fucking thing from TNA and trying to
Well,
basically base it off of
if they're
TNA.
not, then it's boring. If they're not, because
I think they're just trying
Bray
to
Wyatt didn't
repackage it.
change.
It's
Then they
mostly
should
what
have
they
never-
really do is repackage shit from
They should have never
different
done
companies.
it to begin with. If they're not going to go full fledged with it, then
Well,
don't do it. Period.
here's the thing. WWE likes to milk shit, and they know that the people that enjoyed Matt Hardy and his old woke and broken thing on TNA, they'll know if they have Matt Hardy on their show and they kind of repackage that gimmick, they know people are gonna like watch it. You know, there's people out there that like it. You know, like I know what you're saying, Sheep, and I know what you're saying, so I get that and I understand that too. And I know what you mean. I want more too, but I can't really expect more from WWE as is at the moment, because WWE's just where it is right now, and
I'm
most
just saying
of
it
their shit has
hasn't been
shitty.
good. I don't think that the matches haven't been particularly interesting. I'm not sitting there, drawn to it. I'm not excited by it. And I watch matches all the time that I think are great, and I've seen great Bray Wyatt matches. I've seen great Matt Hardy matches. I've yet to see a great match from them, and that's what I want. I'm not saying
we'll
that
get it.
they
We'll
have
get
to
it.
do.
I know.
They don't have to do amateur camera matches in the backyard every week. I don't need that. I don't need crazy. I don't have to have anything like completely off the wall, but throw something in there besides the wonderful thing, like some crazy tactics, some scare tactics, or some just weird freak out stuff. Just something unexpected, because they're supposed to be so unexpected and such a breath of fresh air. But so far, it's just been a wrestling match with this happens, tag, 1, 2, 3, ding, ding.
I know. I know what
a
you
couple
mean.
promos and stuff, but I mean,
Promos
promos
not
aren't
bad.
matches.
They're pretty good, but yeah, like you
They're
said,
not bad, but like I didn't see enough of a change from Bray Wyatt. Like I would have rather seen him go full on like Wyatt mode when he was like going all off the wall with the weird deep shit,
Yeah,
that
but
suited.
he did that with Randy. And why would you do it all over again? Just
I'm not
stupid.
talking about that one, like not the Sister Abigail. So the similar
that is Bray Wyatt
character
though.
type.
That's his thing.
I know that was better suited. He's like a watered down version of that now. He's like no charisma or anything. He had a lot more charisma with his previous gimmick. Like, take his old gimmick and make that be his woken self, because this one I don't like.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
To each their own. But yeah, let's go on to the
next segment, which
Let's
is
talk about something equally bad. Sami Zayn's anti-Bobby Lashley campaign.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay.
Cringy for me.
So when I said I wanted Bobby Lashley to have a feud with somebody in a single match, I don't know if Sammy would be the kind of guy. I don't know. What you guys think?
Okay.
I don't like it because it shows that Bobby Lashley isn't going to turn heel yet.
That's true.
And I think he needs it to do that immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think his sisters are going to turn heel.
He was a heel. Remember, in TNA,
Maybe his
he was
sisters
a
will
heel.
turn him heel. Yeah.
No, they're going to turn heel. His sisters, they're going to join WWE, and they're going to start bossing Bobby around and making him
they're
do
going to be like the new Riot Squad.
Well, no, they're not going to wrestle. They're just going to tell Bobby what to do, and they're going to stick Bobby on whoever they want. Like, get him, Bobby. If Bobby doesn't, they beat Bobby up. They don't beat up other wrestlers. They just beat up Bobby Lashley all the time.
Oh my god! When you just said like just beat Bobby Lashley, I was just like,
You heard it here, creative. That's gold. That would sell. That would put asses in seats right there.
Definitely don't want to see that segment.
Get a couple subscribers on the network.
Definitely, of course.
We know that's what you want, WWE.
I don't have particular feelings either way. I mean, it was a cringy promo, but we haven't seen their matches yet, so maybe they'll be good, you know. But it doesn't
like
pair
Sami
well.
Zayn.
You would think that Sami Zayn would get his ass kicked by Bobby Lashley, especially playing the character that he plays now. Now, previously, back when he was the underdog from the underground, you know, you would expect that he'd get his ass kicked, but there's hope.
Yeah, that's
not so much is the case with heel Sami Zayn. It's like there's not hope unless he does something dastardly, in which case it's going to be even worse because we're like, well, we didn't even get to see a good match. We saw something with a shitty little storyline thing where it's going to continue and drag out. That's what I think.
Personally, I'm not very excited for this, but who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us.
Yeah, probably actually like a big return from back. Probably like,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. But
I don't think it's gonna be that interesting. The Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn bullshit. I think I kind of agree with Sheep's. I think I kind of agree with Sheep's theory here that the sisters is gonna turn Bobby heel. Now, that could work out in some way if you look at it. I mean, maybe he'll get so angry that the sisters are saying these stupid bullshit lies about him or whatever for some particular reason. And then Bobby Lashley just ends up being, you know, engulfed in rage or something, and he tries to take it all on.
Watch them come on and be like, Bobby, we never did none of that to you. You used to tie us to a tree and leave us in the woods for 3 days at a time. Your mind's full of all these people, Bobby. You're an asshole, Bobby. We hate you.
I hope to God that's what happens. I'll be entertained by Bobby Lashley again.
I mean, that's gold right there. I mean, if they need any more evidence that we should be writing these storylines,
then you could have segments where it's like in a forest and all 3 of the sisters are tied up to a tree, and the camera pans on all 3 of them, and then it goes around to the other side of the tree, and Sami Zayn's tied up to a tree. So.
Oh god. Yeah, that's true. Okay, can we actually talk about like this Vertigo for a very quick second? What in the blue hell is it?
What?
I'm like, just like,
I don't know what Vertigo is.
No, because Sami Zayn, he actually he's like kind of claiming that like when Bobby Lashley.
That's when heights make you dizzy.
Okay.
Something like that.
It's just...
Isn't that like a sign? Like I'm a Gemini.
Oh my god.
It's Vertigo. No, it's Virgo.
Is it Vertigo?
Oh, are you a Vertigo?
Isn't that sign like a Gemini?
Just a quick joke, guys. We can move on now.
And of course,
a little bit of another women's Money in the Bank qualifier: Bayley versus Mickey James versus Alexa Bliss. Mickey Street spoiled this for us earlier, but we can talk about the match anyway.
I've ever seen him. He's got one tall task ahead of him here. That's for sure.
It's actually a pretty decent match, I guess.
Wait, I spoiled this early?
Yeah, you read the whole list.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Everyone.
Technically, it's not a spoiler since Raw is over. for like a week ago.
Inferno Wrestling better than ever. What's up? Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Inferno Wrestling.
It was a good match. It really was. I mean, but I didn't expect it to be because, you know, we were seeing Alexa Bliss and Mickie James and Bayley. I'm like, three people I'm sick of seeing. And I hate to say that because I like all three. I like Alexa Bliss, I like Bayley, and I like Mickie James, but I'm sick of seeing them lately because they've been involved in such horrible nonsense.
I totally agree with you.
Unbearable. So whatever you guys have to say about it, feel free, but I'm good.
I think it was a pretty good match between three female heel superstars.
That's a good one, 3 minutes. Yeah, no, Bayley's not heel, so that whole thing about you hoping Bayley's gonna become heel, it's not gonna happen.
I just got that.
Oh, she just caught that?
I'm slow
by the end of the year.
And from the other side of darkness, weighing in at
Not gonna
Y'all
happen.
gonna have to pay me.
the Wanderer.
Pay you what?
Sounds like this crowd is ready for this fatal four-way match to get underway.
Actually,
At the risk of sounding impulsive, this
creative
match has
insight.
the makings of being a match of the year candidate.
Okay, was the Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax like before the
Let's
show?
not forget about his opposition, who also comes into
This
tonight
one,
looking to prove a
That
point.
little promo
I suppose
thing
so, Cole. If you don't go into every
Yeah.
single
where Ronda
match,
Rousey Nia Jax challenged Ronda Rousey. Yeah, it was. It came before what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
It wasn't listed in the thing that we used, so it's all good.
That's so true, but like...
In case you guys didn't know, that's right. Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax. It's happening.
Yep, gonna get like Money in the Bank. But I just
I'm not excited, but I'm
I'm not
intrigued.
at all. It's super cringy and
Yep.
very random.
I agree.
And they're both
I'm
they're
intrigued.
both baby faces right now, so I don't really get the point.
So
Well,
quick,
baby
though.
faces can fight each other in like the friendly rival thing, and the matchup where they both walk away with a handshake, or they both walk away and you do the handshake and somebody turns heel. But they're
Like,
not going to turn on the heel.
Ronda's just gonna
and here comes the underdog.
uppercut her in the
Appreciate
private
the
area.
like and the subscribe, Inferno. And you gotta watch Raw and SmackDown, man. You can't just watch the pay-per-views. Come on, man. What's wrong with you?
Some are saying he's in the best shape of his career right now. Would you agree?
Get
I know a
Hulu
lot
if you
of
need
people that
to.
do that.
Not
It's
to agree with that
cringy.
statement, Cole. I mean,
What?
I am not watching Seven Redemption.
Just watch pay-per-views.
You don't really understand the storylines then.
I know a few people that do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do. I mean, but it's hard to cram all
here we
that
go. Fatal four-way
programming
action is
in.
underway.
It's literally 3 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Tuesday, an hour and a half on Wednesday. If you watch
Especially for
205
people like me
Live,
and
that's
Steve.
even more.
Ready for this one.
I
Yeah.
When we have to work till 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I have to watch it when I get off, and that's time to stream and stuff like that. So I have to watch
Same here,
wrestling
that's
instead of
why-
streaming.
I watch it bits and pieces throughout the week on my lunch breaks and stuff.
Yeah, that's one way. But I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to not watch it when Hulu's so cheap. It's like what, $6, $7. So I mean, or even the free thing. We didn't say. Get that WWE Network, folks.
Inferno has a point here. I understand what he's saying. He has watched Raw and SmackDown. He just doesn't really care for it lately because of the way
Oh, yeah,
SmackDown's
obviously.
been. And we agree with you. We all can agree about that. It hasn't been the greatest.
The funny thing is that a lot of times the weekly shows end up being better than the pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's also true because
Pay-per-views really aren't
Backlash.
very good.
Oh, Backlash was the worst. Right next to fucking WrestleMania.
What do you mean? Backlash was better than Takeover New Orleans.
What?
What? I thought you was
When
for
you
real for a
said that, I
second.
was just like, nah. Automatic has to like.
I was gonna remove you from
No,
my
I
friends
would-
list and stop talking to you.
We've seen all three of us log out.
I would never. Yeah, the backlash was horrible. It was probably the worst
They gotta
pay-per-view
make
we'll
up for
see
that.
of the year.
Yeah, besides WrestleMania. WrestleMania was a bullshit match.
Alright, so let's get back on topic here. We have Bailey, Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss for the Money in the Bank qualifier match. So yeah, Alexa Bliss did win this match, and of course, I seen that coming. I don't know what you guys thought about that. Did you guys see that coming?
I seen it coming.
Yeah, of course.
I thought for a second they might give Bailey the.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I thought for a second they was gonna give Bailey a little a push. No, she kind of deserves it. Kinda. Yeah, she doesn't deserve that heel turn though. Okay, so
I don't think for half a second that they were gonna give it to Mickie James.
Oh yeah, for real. Come on now. Fucking Mickie James.
But
they already gave her a bad turn anyway. I thought when Mickie James was coming back, I thought she was gonna be good for her. Instead, you know, WWE like ruining shit, and they ruined Mickie James. So sorry, Mickie James, you're kind of in a grave at the moment. Huh?
Vince McMahon's bad booking.
Yeah, of course. Mickie James
Alrighty,
is in that hole. Alright, so go on.
We can move on, guys.
Yep.
Can I take back over now? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, appreciate it. In the main event, we have Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman and Finn Balor.
That was a good match. I don't know what you guys talking about.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I'm surprised they didn't take that match away from you too. So.
Right, I actually seen a tag team match. Interesting.
It
was like no legitimate title contending tag teams, but it was a tag team match.
Hey, you definitely got a hell of a push when you beat anything that involved Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No, I know.
Like, I mean, that's they beat Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman beat the Bar by himself.
I'm just going off of what we were talking about with them being like a Shawn Michaels Nash thing from back in the day.
Yeah, that was a weird dynamic. I didn't expect to see Braun Strowman and Finn Balor.
I hope Money in the Bank is actually going to be good in front of. They have to make a comeback after Backlash.
Money in the Banks are almost always good. You have a ladder match. How often do ladder matches go bad?
I don't know, man. Let's remember WWE. Sometimes they like not to have a TLC match.
Yeah, Bobby Roode and Rusev and
you remember what was it? Was it last month? No, not last month. Last year's TLC where they barely fucking even used any ladders, tables, or chairs in that whole pay-per-view. It's like you have a fucking pay-per-view called TLC. And you barely use any of that shit.
Well, there wasn't even a TLC match.
In the
it doesn't matter. The pay-per-view is called fucking TLC. At least have somebody break some kind of rule or something.
There was like no tables match.
What's your defense of that?
In my defense to that, about the TLC thing, I didn't see any balls on fire at the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view either, so you can't be biased.
Hey, here we go.
You gotta point out one pay-per-view. You gotta point them all out.
I guess we can agree that there was a lot of backlash at Backlash, huh?
Yeah. So backlash from the fans being disappointed.
You're not gonna win many matches. Definitely.
You still can't believe WWE pushing almost every fucking superstar in the entire company. Are they pushing every superstar? I mean, they're pushing
Everyone's
superstars.
Gonna push everybody. Hashtag push everyone.
I mean, I guess you can look at it that way. They're kind of pushing everybody. Even push the refs. Come on, let the refs get pushed.
Hey, they pushed that tan guy in NXT for a while. He's like, "I'm sorry, Johnny. I didn't mean to end your career."
The one guy's son is a tag team champion.
Huh?
Yeah, that actually.
The one guy's son is a tag team champion.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Nicholas has won more tag team championships than they're reliable.
And why is freaking WWE actually burying the freaking Revival for?
The Revival's dumb, that's why. They should bury them forever.
No,
what's up, boss?
No, do not freaking bury the bloody Revival forever. The Revival. Stop
okay,
that.
okay, Ben. You want to defend the Revival here? What do you like about the Revival? What's your favorite thing about the Revival? Yo, they should. Oh, they can totally pull that off. They should have Revival. Have a gimmick called Revive the Revival. That would be an awesome gimmick. I want to see it right now. Some kind of Bo Dallas type shit. Them coming up with signs, Revive the Revival. Kind of like a heel thing. Like, I know WWE's been fucking us over, blah, blah, blah. Coming up with signs, Revive the Revival. Stop this nonsense. Dude, that's gonna be a good push right there.
So there'll be a boring version of Dolphin Drew.
Kinda like more like Bo Dallas / Dolphin Drew with the whole signs thing.
But
like freaking Revival, like just like just like one single freaking Raw Tag Team Champion push.
I think the Revival has been defeated by every living, breathing tag team.
I know. That's
they got
beat. Even ones that aren't active.
I think they got beat by Titus Worldwide.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
actually, no, they actually won against the Titus O'Neil Worldwide.
Titus O'Neil Worldwide?
Titus O'Neil Worldwide.
Yeah, they actually did.
Titus O'Neil Worldwide, don't you?
Extended version. Okay, guys, let's move on because I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache.
We didn't even talk about the main event, honestly.
I called it the main event. It wasn't the main event.
Oh.
It's not the main event.
Okay. We didn't talk about it.
Okay,
man.
Hang on. Okay, there is actually one thing I do want to say. The trophy, for the Greatest Royal Rumble, that did kind of get smashed. I don't know if you actually did see it, but I think it was thanks to Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah. The trophy got broken. Can we talk about this whole fucking Greatest Royal Rumble thing? Where the fuck is the title? Why aren't they having him come out with the title?
This is like the third podcast you guys about. He's not wearing the title. You are so worried about that title.
It's for Saudi Arabia.
No, that makes no sense. So Braun and Strowman won a title for Saudi Arabia. Hey guys, I won a title for you guys. Here you go, take it. No, they have a title. They have to come up with it.
Jesus, man.
They're not gonna defend it, so why would he wear it?
That's why I'm saying this rumor about the rebranding of that title to make it the Middle Eastern title. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I highly doubt Saudi Arabia is gonna agree to that.
Of course they will.
Definitely.
Of course they will.
No,
of course they will.
You know how
like any other country.
I know they don't like any countries, but they could, have Americans just fight for it. Since we have, we have already agreement to, how many year contract was it?
I don't think 10 years. I don't think Saudi Arabia is going to be as open to the whole Foreign Hill thing, in America. I don't think that's going to go too well over there. So
I don't know,
it's
man.
a good idea to rebrand the Middle Eastern title or whatever is a okay idea, but not for taking taking that title from the Greatest Royal Rumble and rebranding it to that.
Yeah,
just let that be what it is. It is what it is. It's the point of the contract. It's their agreement. You don't need to rebrand that title. That's their
It'll pass down once a year to the new champion.
It's just stupid. I don't like it. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
Wait.
You can have your little 7-year-old temper tantrum over it, but
I understand.
They have a title. They need to come out with it.
They gave him a damn belt, and it's for no reason. I get his point.
Wait on the day my son says that to me. That's stupid.
Why would they just have the damn trophy instead if he's not gonna come out with the damn fucking title? I mean, he's coming over here walking around like, hey, look at this fucking trophy right there. Don't break my
Well,
trophy.
title infers if there's something to be lost, but I think that would have even been a good story. He wears it all the time. It's his championship, and somebody steals it. Think how pissed off Braun Strowman would be. Somebody stole his green belt.
His Christmas belt. His Christmas belt, okay?
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Did you hold on? Wait! No, hold on. Before we move on, does anybody remember the Braun Strowman as Elf, Buddy the Elf file thing?
Okay, we talk about that situation. I hated it so much.
Shut up, man! You're fired.
No, I fucking hated it.
You can't possibly hate that.
I actually definitely did. I was just like.
You didn't hate it. You liked it. You laughed. You watched it multiple times.
The first couple minutes of it, I was just like...
you know you watched it like 7 times.
WWE doing with frickin' Braun Strowman. They've actually just portrayed him as a frickin' elf. God, WWE, fix your shit.
You're even laughing talking about it. There's not a hint of anger in your voice.
Well, I don't think Ben's ever seen Elf, so I don't think he got the reference.
Excuse me, I have seen an elf, thank you.
See, he's never seen Elf.
He never seen
He
Elf.
has no idea what we're talking about.
He does it.
He says,
I have seen it for an elf.
He's seen an elf? What are you talking about, guy?
You clearly haven't seen what we're talking about. Ben.
I have.
Ben, we're not talking about Elf on the shelf, alright? Calm down.
You heard it here first on Dat Wrasslin podcast. They have living, breathing elves in Australia.
Never seen them.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna look this freaking up. I'll tell you if they do. I will freaking Google this right now.
You live there. Why do you have to look it up?
Ben, why are you looking up Elf? Come on now.
No, I'm Googling.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We're not talking. We didn't say elk. We said elf.
That's what I meant. Hang on, I'm saying this.
But Ben, you seen
Are you
Elf,
really
right?
gonna Google?
You seen Elf, right?
Do
Ben?
elves exist in Australia?
I have.
What was it?
Okay,
Then?
elves in Australia. I've just looked this up. Oh my god.
Alright, moving on. We'll get back with Vin on later in the podcast to discover if there are in fact elves in Australia, but moving on to the real main event. Bobby Lashley versus Elias versus Kevin Owens. Money in the Bank qualifier.
Why are you laughing at that? It said like elves are in the street.
Take it away, Street. What do you think about this match?
I think someone's dying right now.
We're having some technical difficulties here.
Well, this is where Roman Reigns had his second bit of attack, and the first one I saw coming, I didn't see the second one coming, and if it did, I thought Roman Reigns was going to take his spot in the match. So I thought it was unexpected when Kevin Owens got the spot instead, and it was interesting to see the dynamic again between Kevin Owens pulling strings with Stephanie. Because remember when back in the day, Triple H pedigreed Seth Rollins and gave the belt to Kevin Owens. Mm-hmm. It makes me feel like maybe there's going to be some more Kevin Owens working with the McMahons and Triple H and getting more favors and stuff. And that might be the story, like they're going to start pushing with him. In which case, that was a better story than what we're getting right now, which is kind of, whiny
True.
Kevin Owens. I like the fighting Kevin Owens better than anything.
Is that like the thing that you were talking about? Like, I got the thing that...
Yes, Ben.
I had to like look it up. I was just like, what the fuck is like, what am I saying right now? Yeah, it just comes up like just like a picture of an elf. It sounds great.
Yes, Ben. Oh, God. Alright.
Straight, babe, anything on this match?
I mean, it needs more elves. That's why.
Come on.
What's wrong with these?
Yeah, no, I swear. Yeah, this is why we kind of joke now.
It was a pretty good match,
We got a
honestly.
couple elves here in
Please
the,
don't make
in the
this like a
podcast.
fucking meme. Yeah, don't make this a bloody meme.
Okay. But yeah, it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it.
Can we go to private lobby
It
now?
is what it is.
Wait now. Oh, yeah, what the?
It is what it is. So okay, let's move on to SmackDown then, guys.
Here's what I don't like about the match actually. I don't like that Kevin Owens won. All right. Okay.
Why?
That's all I like.
Excuse me, your boy. Like, remember, Sami Zayn actually helped Kevin Owens win the
I
match.
know. That's why I didn't
by
like that he
distracting out
won.
Bobby Lashley. That was actually that was kind of a good storyline.
Kevin Owens wasn't even
Like,
supposed to be in the match. So fuck him.
Actually, he was. He was actually part of the match because
Nah.
Sasha using-
He replaced Jinder Mahal.
Hang on.
Meaning,
Okay.
meaning he was supposed to be in the match because he replaced Jinder Mahal.
Shut the
Oh,
fuck up.
hang on a second. Wait. Okay, so
Bobby
he
Lashley
actually complained to
deserves that.
Stephanie McMahon over the outcome of
win.
his Intercontinental
What?
title match. Owens got himself added into the triple threat match as a replacement for Jinder Mahal. You're definitely right. Damn it.
Told you.
Yeah, but he complained to Stephanie McMahon. That's what he was doing. God. Man. I don't think people actually understand that.
Yeah, let's move on to SmackDown now. Okay, on Smack of the Down. Daniel Bryan. Oh, go ahead. So, lead it. Clear your throat.
Daniel Bryan kicks off SmackDown.
Was good, pretty
with
good.
A little bit of a promo interview with Renee Young. And then, of course, Big Cass comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Big Cass.
To interrupt
Yeah,
Daniel
it's
Bryan.
just
Continues
trash
with
talking.
his onslaught of insults.
Yep.
In the same
And then-
mode, yada yada yada. Carrying
Yeah,
it
and
on
then
again,
mentions-
although Daniel Bryan just defeated Big Cass.
Mm-hmm.
This rivalry, for whatever reason, is continuing on. Daniel Bryan went
Definitely.
berserk here and just
Yeah, he
annihilated
fucking
Big Cass. And
Just attacking Big Cass.
if you want to
dude.
bury someone, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yo,
you just
here.
destroy it.
Yo, I swear.
Some people
he
were
actually went
saying
right-
this is
right up the knee.
this
So
was
it's like-
kind
like
of
he
too
went up
much.
the knee so hard.
Some people were saying.
What do you
It
mean?
was too much.
What do you mean street? Like
Some I
it
heard
was
people
too
just
much.
saying it was too much. The
Okay,
attack.
how was it too much?
I don't know. I just heard people saying it was too much.
Big Cass actually deserved it. Big Cass did deserve.
Well,
like, the
here's
freaking,
what I think.
attack.
If
It's all
it
the
was
freaking
too much
insults.
than it was originally supposed to be planned, I think it was more of a kind of a stab in the back, not really a stab in the back, but like a kick in the face, because how if you guys heard about Big Cass, his promo with the midget dude, he took it too far than originally supposed to be planned. The
Yeah.
attack that he did on the midget dude, he was only supposed to give the midget dude the big boot to the
Little
face.
person.
That's all. But he went a little bit further than that and kind of went on more, and he did a little bit more what they were supposed to do. So people are saying that the Daniel Bryan segment was a little bit too much, and I think it's because if it was a little bit too much, it's because of that reason right there. It's kind of like, oh, you don't want to fucking listen to us? There. Get fucking beat up to shit.
No. Okay, the reason the reason why Daniel Bryan did it was because like Big Cass actually mentioned Brie Bella. That's the reason
Yeah,
why.
I know
he
that,
was
but
so pissed off about that. But like in the end, yeah. But I kind of actually have to agree with some people. Big Cass did deserve this freaking beat down.
Yeah, he
deserved it
did.
for a fucking while.
of course.
He's a fucking big pain in the bloody ass. I'm saying this right now.
He's a big ass.
pain
What
in
do you
the arse.
expect? Big ass.
Oh god, don't tell him actually be like the bloody Billy Gunn situation. I was about to just say.
No, not badass. Big ass.
Oh great.
But yeah,
now
this
for the
this little
fucking
promo
last-
segment, dilly old thing over here was pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's pretty. He got what he got coming to him. Alright, so you can move on.
Alright.
Unless Sheep wants to say something, he's not saying nothing over here.
Sheep, anything on this?
Yeah, Big Cass, whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. I don't think it was too much. You know, obviously, it's what. It's the downfall from having attacked the little person and went too far with it. You know, it's he's paying for his mistakes. He got in trouble and now he's having to nurse his wounds. Like legitimate fans legit thought that Big Cass was hurt this week because he had to sell his leg injury so bad that like he's limping all week in dark shows to sell the fact that he's still hurt.
Like he's
people, one of the big sites reported that Big Cass was reportedly injured because he had to be helped out down the side ramp and not through the main entrance. And yeah, it was a big, and they had to retract it and say, well, apparently he's been doing it at all the shows to sell the beatdown he took from Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much exactly what's happening with that situation. Is he's in trouble, and maybe this is the end of it, and they'll go back to normal, and that was a slap on the wrist, or maybe it's worse, and it's gonna just continue.
True.
And they're gonna bury him, and he's future endeavored. You know, once you've had so many problems, you know.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, so moving on from that situation now, we actually had a tag team match featuring the New Day and the
Wow,
Bar.
okay.
Everybody wants to hit this spotlight today.
For the money in the bank ladder match, but only one member of their team can actually earn a place.
Oh, I want to talk about this one real good.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, like Mr. Benjamin Rivers stealing the spotlight from Soul over here said that match will be there'll be qualifiers, whoever wins, one of them will, and the results end up the New Day winning this match here. It was a good match. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely, but like.
People are saying that there was a little bit of a moment for Big E here, because I don't know if you guys heard the rumors. I just want to bring the rumor up right now.
The rumor about his big push coming.
Yeah, about Big E's push coming in for a solo type career. Now,
I don't want to see, as long as they don't break up the New Day, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. They were saying that Big E can have his solo career, but he can also still be part of the New Day. Just similar to how the Shield kinda did it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or what's their names? Undisputed Era.
Yeah. And I couldn't see it that this rumor is gonna be what it is, because
I would like to see them holding belts, like New Day having tag titles and Big E holding either the World Belt or the Intercontinental or United States.
True.
Well, that's definitely
True.
That would be fun. That would be good, and they deserve that accomplishment, I think.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be. I seen Xavier Woods getting a singles push, not Big E.
That's another thing that people were talking about, is Xavier Woods getting a singles push. Now, I can see that too, because have we really actually seen a good Xavier Woods like single career, like solo career? Like,
yeah, I haven't seen anything. His big start came with New Day.
Yeah.
Before that, he was like some weird little reverend thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually came up with R-Truth.
Yeah. I think it was R-Truth.
Yeah, it was R-Truth.
Yeah, so
that tag team went nowhere. I'm saying that right now.
I mean, what I'm reading here is, there's people making the argument that he's the best wrestler of the three now.
Xavier Woods?
Xavier Woods?
I'm going to agree there because Xavier Woods does put on a good performance in the ring. He does do pretty dang good. Now,
I like Kofi Kingston. The Royal Rumble things alone.
I like Kofi Kingston as well.
Kofi Kingston.
I like
the
Kofi
eliminations,
as well.
Give him his spot. But I can say that I'm gonna, after reading that, I have to really reevaluate the way that I look at Xavier. And next time I watch a New Day match, I'm really going to look at Xavier Woods differently now that thought has popped into my head. Is maybe Xavier Woods because used to, because he was smaller. Automatically, just assume that he was the lesser of the three. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now that somebody else has put it in my head, well, maybe he's not. I'll look at it different. I'm probably going to come away with some more respect for him because I do like Xavier, and
I like him.
It never dawned on me. It didn't click until I read that statement.
Now, here's the thing. This would be a good push for actually Xavier Woods because we know that out of the three, Xavier Woods is the one dude that didn't really get a good solo push or anything. Like his big thing was, like you said, Sheep, was the New Day, and to have Xavier Woods to have a bit of a solo career, maybe go for maybe a mid-card title at least, mid-card title win would be good for him.
Actually, no, you can't.
It would be good for him, and he does deserve it. I'm not gonna sit here and say he doesn't deserve it. It's like you were saying, Sheep. Some people kind of looked at it as Xavier Woods being the smaller dude of the group, the one that's just there because he fits in the group, and he just is what it is. I mean, he is the more sillier one out of the group, like his whole dances and the trombone thing and whatnot that he does.
Yeah, but he definitely is getting better at his gimmick. I'm saying this right now, Xavier Woods, remember, they did push, Jinder Mahal to be a WWE champion. I could see Xavier Woods being WWE champion one day. I could see it.
Possibility.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
What I don't like about the New Day gimmick right now is the fucking pancake shit. That's gotta stop. First it was the cereal, now it's no, was it ice cream, cereal, then pancakes? Pretty sure that's how it was.
Cereal. Was it ice cream first?
I'm pretty sure it was ice cream first.
No, the New Day Pops were second, but they weren't real. The cereal came first.
So first of all, it was the Bootios, then it was the ice cream, and then it was the pancakes.
The ice cream was just the one time at WrestleMania with the bike and stuff, and then they did it a couple more times after.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The WrestleMania where they had the Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, that's so true. But
what is it with the New Day foods?
Yeah, but I would loved to taste the freaking ice cream. I would have just if they would have given me ice cream, I would have just said yes.
What about the pancakes, man?
Oh, the pancakes. Yo, don't get me started on the freaking pancakes.
Tell us about the pancakes, man.
Yo, I love pancakes. I'm just freaking saying this right now.
Do you,
I love my pancakes.
What about the ones at the hospital?
When's the last time you had a pancake, man?
At the hospital. That was only the last time I ever had a pancake.
How many times did you get pancakes at the hospital, Ben?
And I kind of actually made a girl jealous because I had pancakes.
Oh, yeah. How many times did you get pancakes for breakfast, Ben?
Hopefully she doesn't actually watch this video, don't worry. I haven't told her yet, don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, you had a little crush at the hospital, I see.
No, I don't.
Ben was trying to hit up on a girl at the hospital.
That's why I stayed so long. He's been recovered for 3 weeks, so I need to stay another night.
Yeah, he's like, doctor, I'm not feeling good. I gotta stay for another week.
I've been in a freaking hospital, and the freaking doctors, they usually come over freaking every what is it they have freaking shifts. They can't do fucking anything.
He can't do anything, man.
I know. It's
What
just
match are we on? I feel like were we discussing wrestling? Was that there's something about wrestling that was involved?
Okay, the
in
next
this?
match that we are actually now going to be discussing is the
No, not that. Okay, that's
Yeah.
off against a local competitor. This was kind of a squash match. I'm just saying, this match.
Yeah, it was just a promo match for.
if it's against a local competitor, then it's always a squash match, unless by some godly thing the local competitor wins.
I don't know why it took them 4 weeks to do this match.
It was, yeah, I know, right?
It is a 3-hour show. You figure they could have squeezed it in anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. That is
Oh wait, this is also Extreme Rules. Forgot to mention that also, guys. It's Extreme Rules.
We don't,
What,
we
the
don't
match was
care,
Extreme
man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's Extreme Rules. I just realized.
What's up, Goku Black? Thanks for stopping in the podcast.
Thank you for stopping by, man. Make sure to hit that like button. I appreciate it. And subscribe if you're new. If you love wrestling, make sure to hit that shit.
He's in here. He's gotta love wrestling.
Alright, so, yeah, that match, squash match, will be a promo for Almaz. You know, I was never actually a big fan of Almaz. I never cared about his title reign and defending whatever he did in NXT. I mean, I see his character, I see who he is, and I don't know, like I said, never really cared for him, so.
I like him. I like his whole, like, cocky attitude.
I like it. I'm saying I don't like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I just don't care. I mean, there's a lot of similar wrestlers in a way.
Now we know Soul wants Andrade to beat Brock Lesnar.
What is he supposed to be, though? Like some kind of a remake, repackage, Alberto Del Rio kind of guy, or what? What's going on here? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
No, I think they needed a Mexican superstar, and he's a third generation superstar. He's not just he's not a repackaged anything. He's a
okay, guys, we're hitting a little soft spot here for Soul again. You know, big fan of.
And isn't he kin to? I think he's kin to Rey Mysterio.
Huh?
Okay.
I think he's kin to Rey Mysterio.
No, he's not. Like,
I don't know. I don't know about that.
There's something to do with their legacy and Rey Mysterio.
Legacy.
Okay, what was his previous gimmick that he had before? What was his previous gimmick? Yeah, that's that's like the reason why. Like no one knows. And now, since now he's got Zelina Vega, he's like become like more different. Like more better. Like,
oh yeah, Ben. But I thought you said you didn't know his previous gimmick. How would you know?
He's one of those guys that's kind of just himself.
He had with Johnny Gargano. Like yeah, they were freaking 5-star matches. I'm saying put it right now, 5-star.
5-star.
He's not really like a gimmick type superstar. He's kind of just him himself. Like he might be.
I don't know. I feel like he's some kind of Alberto Del Rio guy.
They're not a gimmick. They're just themselves.
I don't know. I kind of feel like he's some kind of Alberto Del Rio.
Del Rio.
Okay, do not compare him to Buddy Alberto. That's like the reason why.
I didn't like him.
That's why. That's why you don't agree with me. You didn't like him.
I didn't like
I
Alberto.
think I'm probably one of the few that actually liked Alberto Del Rio. I'm probably the one in the few that liked him. But he had so many points in his career where it was kind of eh. I mean, they tried a lot with Alberto Del Rio and Alberto Del Rio, like I like to say.
It's my destiny to be the world champion from Edge.
They tried a lot with him, and they try to go so many ways with the dude, like similar kind of gimmicks and whatnot.
That's true.
Yeah.
At
one point, wasn't he in a stable? At one point, wasn't he in a stable?
Yeah, let's not talk about Alberto Del Rio.
That's stable.
It was a 4-man stable.
Yeah.
The League of Nations.
Yeah.
I did not really care about the League of Nations. It was just a shit.
Was it?
I was just gonna say it.
the social media activity.
Well, who did you hate from the League of Nations? Alberto Del Rio? Is that the
Okay, I'm gonna like say this right now. Like, I think like out of like all four, like I think like they should have actually like, done like something better.
What do you mean? You didn't like Rusev and Sheamus? Come on, you love
okay,
Rusev
I did
Day.
like. Okay, I did like the figures where like Rusev Day.
I think you didn't like King Barrett. I think here's another thing because I liked Wade Barrett as well.
Yeah,
I was a Wade Barrett fan. So
yeah, now like
a little bias action going on here.
Now? Isn't he the general manager of the brand now?
But let's move on to the show here with a royal celebration. My girl, Carmella. Sheep, you there?
Yeah.
So yeah, the royal celebration. That's kind of like a hit at the royal wedding, right? That was kind of like a hit at the royal wedding.
The street, don't mention it, please.
Well, that's what it was. It was basically a hit at it.
Remember, I watched it. It was
shit for you, Ben. Watched the fucking royal wedding. So
yeah,
this.
That actually kept me up all freaking night though.
So who wants to talk about this celebration?
Okay,
I mean, it was what it was. It was a little long for me, but it wasn't bad. I mean, I like Carmella. I like her little stint as champion. I hope it lasts for a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually like also saying with like Sheep. I have to agree with it. Like, I think Carmella deserves like a little bit of like a big title run, but actually, yeah. But then like, there's also a side of me where I really do want to see Carmella lose the title to like.
Well, at the same point, at no point should Carmella beat Austin.
Yeah, that's true. But like, remember, Carmella did beat what's her name? Charlotte. At Backlash, which was like when Carmella actually kicked. Oh, what's the freaking name? Charlotte, like in the back of the knee, and then got like a free count. How does that even happen in the first place? Like,
yeah, that was bad booking. That was just bad. They didn't know what to do, so they
of course, it was bad booking.
I don't know.
WWE needs bad booking.
Yeah, celebration.
Yeah,
I don't think it was necessary. I mean, it was a cool name, and I think that's like, well, we got this cool name, we got to go with it.
Well, it was a hit at the royal wedding. That's what it was. That's why they had it. They made it up. It was just a hit at it. It was like, oh, the royal wedding's coming soon, and you know what gets people's attention if we kind of do something like a little fucking
royal celebration,
yeah, royal celebration.
Yep, and of course, I just did something to my lip, and now it's bleeding.
Oh God, Ben.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, don't want blood
but
on
yeah,
my.
It was good, like you said. It was it was what it was, and yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So next match we have the Money in the Bank qualifier match.
Yep,
Becky Lynch versus
Becky Lynch, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville.
Yes, of course.
And Becky Lynch won this match.
Of course, Becky Lynch won the fucking match. Why would Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville or Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville win the match? Isn't Mandy Rose
I thought
have
there
a new
might be
gimmick
some
now?
kind of team up thing.
No.
I thought they might still team up.
Oh, I was gonna say no because Mandy Rose is like repackaged or re-gimmicked or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
This is a new thing now.
Yeah, brand new thing that no one even cares about anymore.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares.
Yeah.
About Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville. Who gives a shit about them? I mean, if anybody, I could see Sonya Deville going somewhere if they book her right and do good shit with Sonya Deville. I can see her getting somewhere. Mandy Rose, I don't know. She's just another one of those divas.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
She's just another one of those divas. I don't know. But yeah.
I think
the final match.
Mandy Rose is a little bit underrated because I think we judge a book by its cover with her, and we say, oh, she's, you know, all diva looking. But she's actually a pretty good wrestler if you watch her in the ring. She's better than the last diva-like wrestler that they tried to put in the ring, which was Lana.
Oh,
whatever
by
happened?
far.
Yeah, they failed with that hard, huh? Lana had her debut and then they just
fucked it up.
stopped.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they did with Lana.
Well, no, she's in the match next week. Remember?
I know, but she had a debut for a single solo competitive type thing, but they kind of like stopped early with it. She had a few matches.
She had her own little special move, I remember. It was kind of cool. I was like, that's not bad.
They stopped early on it. It's like, did people really not like her that much? Like, I like Lana. I think she's pretty fucking hot, I'll say.
So I've just received some word right now.
Oh, you just received some word from where, Ben? Who?
Okay, so yeah.
Who did you receive this word from?
So actually, I just went to the WWE.com.
Got pigeon.
Sonya Deville gets a second chance to qualify for Money in the Bank this Tuesday against Naomi. So
yeah, Naomi's gonna win.
Definitely.
What's with all these second chances?
Yeah.
I don't
know. Second chances. Right. Second chances.
I guess Baron Corbin can still be in it.
Yeah, I know, right?
What's even happening? Well, we're done with freaking
whatever happened? Where did Soul go? He said be right back and.
Soul?
We're almost done with SmackDown.
Yep, I think Soul just left, or he was just like, no.
I don't want to really get into the main event. Yeah, if Soul's not here. The main event.
So.
No, let's not start it yet. Let's not start it yet. Cause Soul's not here. So actually, yeah, let's just dwell on this match still.
I hit my headphones. Ow.
So Becky Lynch,
a couple of the rumors.
Okay, some of the rumors. There is
for SmackDown at least. For SmackDown, some of the rumors for SmackDown.
Randy Orton is injured with a knee.
Oh yeah, that's right. Randy Orton is injured with a knee. That's true.
Yep.
That is true, Ben.
Okay, how did it actually happen?
He got hurt.
Yeah, but he's asking how, like, in the matches.
Wrestling. He had a wrestling match and he hurt it.
Shut up. He's wondering what match.
Okay. What match?
Probably a dark match.
Who are we talking about?
Randy Orton actually undergoing successful surgery to repair a meniscus tear in his left knee.
A what tear?
Hang on. Yeah, I actually will put like the article probably.
We don't think. I was just kidding. Never mind, Ben. We all know where you get your information. We can find it too.
What's like? Okay, what's like the? Okay, what's it's a meniscus.
What? One more time.
Okay, yeah, it's MENISCUS.
Don't spell it. Say it.
Say it, man.
Meniscus. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
You got worse.
Don't know how. Hang on, I'll put it like in the fucking chat. God damn it. Like, I don't know how to say this word. If someone could say it, like, I don't know how to say it. I'll probably put it in Discord then. Fuck, I don't know how to pronounce this bloody word. Yeah, I was just going to
Miscellaneous?
Oh yeah, what? Oh.
America?
Yes, that word. Yeah, I couldn't believe pronounce it. Like,
miscellaneous.
Meniscus? Yeah, I was just like...
Meningitis?
Alright, we can move on to the main event.
The main event is AJ Styles taking on Shinsuke Nakamura to decide on the stipulation. And this match, like, just like the ending of it,
this was the worst thing.
Actually, no.
What?
No, this actually...
No,
I think it was like...
Amazing.
Like, Shinsuke Nakamura won because of like that tactic.
I liked
probably
it.
actually
Highly
that tactic.
No.
It's highly disappointing that
Come on,
Nakamura
like the
suddenly
whole
wins
premise.
now that but now that
But the whole
title's not on the
premise
line,
back and
Nakamura's able
forth.
to win.
Well, the
on.
whole premise
Come on.
back and forth was the low blow, and it sets up this whole big thing where it's like he sets him up for a fake low blow, and I was like, he did the like reverse psychology almost on him. It's like I thought that little bit was
Obviously
just perfect.
Guys,
The match
the
itself was
soul's a
good.
little pissed off
Well,
over here.
it
Come
should.
on.
Here's
The
how it
match
should have
itself
ended.
was good. I'm not saying the match
It
was
should
bad.
have ended right there. Like the referee should have disqualified AJ Styles right there, and that would have been the perfect payoff because you would have had him lose specifically and strictly only because Shinsuke tricked the referee into thinking he got low blowed as payback for all the low blows he's been delivering.
No, I know, I get that. That's not what I'm complaining about.
Okay, what are you complaining about then?
This just sets up the inevitable fact that AJ Styles is going to retain his title again because they took away the shock value of Shinsuke getting a victory over AJ Styles. So for Shinsuke to win at Money in the Bank now isn't going to be any kind of shock value or a huge title switch.
Why?
It's going to be, oh, well, he just beat him last week. It's not going to be... It's not in question anymore. Can Shinsuke Nakamura defeat AJ Styles? It's already been answered.
No.
It's not going to be as
That's not the
exciting.
question, though. That's not the question. The question is how he's going to beat AJ Styles now. It's not the factor of can he, it's how. That's been the factor of how, not can. Because once we bring in the low blows into play, we know, oh, Shinsuke is going to win one of these days from one of these low blows. He's going to get a victory out of it. It's the factor of how he's going to win, how he would cash in, how he would go about.
Then this result should have happened at Money in the Bank for the title.
Well, and at the same time, it should never be a stretch that Shinsuke, even as a heel, could potentially beat AJ Styles. That's why it was initially booked as a dream match.
For a lot of people, it is though. A lot of people don't understand, but a lot of the WWE fan base doesn't understand or respect the background of Shinsuke Nakamura. They're not sitting here like us, knowing what he's done in New Japan Pro Wrestling. They don't know his history.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm speaking from the fan, the
I got
main
you.
basis
I
of the
understand,
fans' point of view. Is
valid point.
If Shinsuke Nakamura just beat AJ Styles at SmackDown, then we're not going to be shocked and surprised when he beats AJ Styles at Money in the Bank.
I get that. I understand, but I think they're just going for...
I'm not upset with the match or the results of the match.
I think they're just going for how he's going to do it. I just think that's how they're doing it. Is going for a how and not can, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but
how? Yeah, okay. But now I never thought of the word how until now because they just spoiled the how. For me, this would have been a great
cow.
This would have been a great way for him to win the title off of AJ Styles.
It could be, but there's still other ways.
Okay, what stipulation do you think he's gonna pick?
I don't know.
For his upcoming match against AJ Styles.
That's another thing. That's why I'm saying the how thing comes in place. That's why I'm saying the how comes in place. Whoever puts off the many low blows as possible.
Punjabi prison in a cell.
Low blows after low blows.
You don't think that they're putting AJ Styles in an underdog predicament now, and you don't think that AJ Styles is gonna prevail?
What if they have a Rochambeau match?
Okay, I kind of actually do want to see Nakamura win the WWE Championship because, I think, despite, yes, I know, everyone's probably going to say, AJ Styles is probably going to win. I know that for a fact. But, if Shinsuke Nakamura actually does win the match, and then, he has, a little bit of, a good, title run, and then, loses it to AJ Styles, so, what does that mean, then? Who's going to challenge?
That's why I'm irritated by it because I want Shinsuke Nakamura to win the title off of him and hold it for a little while as well. But this match made me believe that he's not going to do that. It's not going to happen now. I don't see it happening now, especially not in the
It'll happen down the line. It's just how.
Which also irritates me even more because I just said like 2 weeks ago that I'm tired of this feud already. I'm tired of seeing them wrestle every week. It's getting old. And now they're going to stretch it out, what, another month?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the next rivalry to happen.
Yeah, definitely. But like, who's actually like? Remember, who's actually going to become like who's going to be the champion after this?
The
like,
one who wins,
or is it going to be AJ? We don't fucking
Samoa Joe.
know.
Roman Reigns.
What a course.
Samoa Joe.
Yo, but we could actually like see like a cash in, maybe at Money in the Bank. Who knows? Like what Dean Ambrose did. What Dean Ambrose did, was it a couple of years ago? I may be wrong about this, but yeah, but like what Dean Ambrose did when it was Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins won, then Dean Ambrose comes out, attacks Seth Rollins, then cashes in. So that could actually be another factor that could be played into the Money in the Bank. And so yes, you got to be thinking about that.
True.
What about the other factors, Ben?
Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the different other factors. I'm just gonna just stay with like that knowledge that like someone could cash in. I'm just saying.
I know someone could cash in, Ben. Who could cash in, Ben? Who's gonna cash in?
Okay,
the winner of Money in the Bank.
Yeah, the Money in the Bank winner. But I think Money in the Bank it's probably actually gonna be like way better than freaking WrestleMania, Backlash, and all the other shit pay-per-views like they've done in the fucking past.
What's the other shit pay-per-views? Come on, name it. What's the other shit pay-per-view? Come on, Ben. We want to hear it.
As much as I like a disciple want to say right now,
say it, Ben. Say it, Ben.
No, I'm not freaking saying it.
Say it, Ben. We're the podcast channel. We gotta tell our emotions and our feelings. Say it, Ben.
I didn't say anything.
Me neither. Nah, it's just...
What Ben's yelling at me for?
Nah, it's just freaking like street. Like say, oh, please tell us, Ben. Please tell us.
Tell us, Ben. What's the other fucking pay-per-view?
God damn it, street.
Come on, Ben. No. What is it?
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, definitely. I was. Damn it. Oh my god.
Are we gonna cover NXT, guys?
Yeah, let's hurry up and go to it.
Okay, I didn't see NXT. So.
It's all good. Me and Saul did.
Well, I didn't finish the main event, but...
Wait, what?
Well, I'll let you cover the main event.
Go on, guys. I'll be here.
It's all good. Wasn't the main event just done and... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's start it off.
Six-man tag.
Yeah.
Started off with the Tommaso Ciampa promo taunting Johnny Gargano, and then Johnny Gargano's wife comes out, and I think this was pretty humorous. I love what they're doing with Ciampa. He's a really good heel. They got personal with it. Johnny Gargano's wife talking about, you were at our wedding and so on and so forth, and Ciampa said that, how do you say it, Sheep, about?
Like, I lived in your house for 2 years, and
and she was more of a man than...
Yeah, you always were more of a, like, you wore the pants the whole time. Basically, and I thought that he was gonna say like some dirty shit, like, and
me too.
You remember what we did back in London? And I was like, oh shit, here it comes! Holy shit!
I thought he was gonna go there,
but they didn't. But I kept seeing some looks and stuff. Like I kept thinking that like there was something there, and like, uh oh, what's gonna happen here?
About this elf thing, please? Like, it's starting to piss me off.
Well, it's not relevant to the game because it was in Discord, so. Or the podcast.
I'm just like, nah.
It's all good. But yeah, I didn't. I guess it was okay. I'm about done with the Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa thing.
I feel like we're actually all
exhausted on it.
But
you didn't even watch. You can't talk about it.
I watched like the last like NXT takeover. Thank you.
Good for you. You've done your homework.
Actually, wait a minute. No, I did actually watch. Wait, what was the last pay-per-view? What's the last NXT takeover?
NXT, it's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. What the? Is that really like what's technical?
Yeah, it was NXT. It's irrelevant. Chicago.
Oh wait, yeah, it was Chicago. Actually, I wanted to do one month,
Anyway, moving on. So I thought it was a decent little promo, but I'm done with the Gargano thing. If you want to go on and go to the next part, I don't have anything else to say about that.
If you really want to, Brandon Lauren versus Lacey Evans.
It was so good. Such a great match. That finishing
Is it
move.
possible to have a squash match with all squash members?
Well, apparently, the Lauren girl is from TNA. Ava Story. I never watched TNA that much, so I don't know.
Okay.
But,
I don't know.
I didn't really care for the match.
Wait,
it
what
was
do you mean,
kind of
Laurel? Wait, who?
Ava Story. It was on NXT, and she was in a squash match with Lacey Evans, and she was the squash.
Okay, that's bullshit. Why is WWE like booking this shit?
That's what squash matches are. It's all good though, because it was all built up so we could see Lacey Evans' amazing new finishing move. It's called the Woman's Right.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Did you?
What guys? You got a problem with that?
Did you say women's rights?
The Women's Right is the name of her move.
Every time I hear the word,
it's a punch in the face. It's a punch in the face. It's just one punch, like a knockout punch. And the move is called Women's Right.
I think Saul has a little issue with this.
Does she punch with her right hand?
Yes, it is right. A right-handed punch.
Okay.
It'd be amazing if it was a left.
That's understandable then.
No, Ben.
But it's the women's
no,
right.
so what if she was a lefty?
Right. It's literally a woman's right.
I know, that's why I exaggerated so much.
Then it's a woman's right to punch with her left hand, and that's okay too.
Anyway, yeah, that all built into the Kyrie Sane came out and attacked Lacey Evans after the match was over, because of, I guess, I can't really remember, maybe stuff that Lacey Evans was saying about Kyrie Sane, blah blah blah.
I think I'm actually gonna have to watch
that was pretty good. Anytime you see that crazy elbow that Kyrie Sane does, well, sometimes it doesn't get the height that it did, but I remember the first time I saw that elbow in Mae Young Classic, and it looked like she dropped at such a weird little angle. It looked like she had weights in her elbow or something. But it doesn't always land like that. Yeah, it was good. It wasn't bad. There were some really bad. Well, there were some really boring matches in it, but there were also some really good matches. But yeah, that was my thoughts and opinions on the Lacey Evans match.
Alright, so we can move on to Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream.
Okay, this is like the match like I know like a lot of people have wanted to frickin' see. I kind of actually watched a little bit of it, like off YouTube. It it's all the shit. I know I didn't see the full match, but how good is Ricochet and Velveteen Dream? I'm just saying.
Well, they're amazing, and that's
Really
why
good.
I
It was
guess
a good match.
I guess these people were disappointed because of the way it ended, but I wasn't. You
Yeah,
know, it's
wow.
fine. Lars Sullivan is supposed to be, a big monster, and that's fine. He came through and destroyed two smaller people who were caught off
I
guard.
like the way it ended.
Yeah, they're mad because they think it made Ricochet and Velveteen Dream look like afterthoughts or something.
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
no,
so.
they put on a freaking 5-star match nearly, and then it's all got interrupted by. Now the one thing I don't agree with is that next week they're in a handicap match against Lars Sullivan. Now if they don't win that, I'm gonna be freaking I'm gonna be done.
Yeah, agreed.
That would be burying them. But right now, they haven't pulled the trigger on anything bad, and they put on a classic match, and then Lars Sullivan came in and wrecked shop. Understandable. I get it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It
Fucking
just gave
Ricochet is
Lars
160 pounds. He should get thrown around by Lars Sullivan.
It gave Lars Sullivan a well-deserved push as a heel. I think he's a great wrestler. I mean, he's an NXT loyal guy. I think he deserved it. But I think the only way that they'll lose to Lars Sullivan next week is if somebody else comes out and interferes again, or something's gotta give. Like Lars can't beat them clean. There's no way.
Yeah,
they're like two of the biggest superstars in NXT. Like it just can't happen.
Actually,
the
imagine
best
if like EC3
wrestlers.
came out and helped attack Lars Sullivan. That could happen. Like I'm just saying. But I don't know if EC3 is like doing anything at the moment.
But yeah, I liked it. Good match. I would give it an A for the whole thing. I think it moved the story along well. It gave us a current contender for Aleister Black, and it gave us two future contenders, which we already knew Velveteen Dream was up there in there, and we just needed to see some single stuff from Ricochet, and to see that he could put on one of those matches with in an NXT ring. We knew he could elsewhere, but cameras are different, in NXT and in the big leagues. And everything's different, and you can get murdered by their own system, by creative. You can get lost in the shuffle. You can get buried, even if you are great. We've seen so many people get buried, even on NXT. Good people getting buried. So, Kona Reeves and Raul Mendoza.
Oh yeah, this is
Another squash match. And it's not really fair because
what do you think about Kona?
I hate this fucking dude. I hate him. Alright, and he's not the finest of anything to me. Like,
Is he actually trying to be like the next John Morrison? Like, I've just got to admit this right now. Is he trying to be the next John Morrison?
I don't know what he's trying to be, but it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. I hate Kona Reeves. I hate his name. I hate his finishing move. Fuck Kona Reeves. I shouldn't be this. I shouldn't be this like angry at a person. I don't like his gimmick. He just seems so fake to me.
Have you found your Baron Corbin?
I think I might have. I think Kona Reeves, if he gets some major pushes, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Well,
definitely.
And
like
here's the other thing: is that Raul Mendoza looked good last week against EC3, or maybe not last week, but not too long ago when he went up against EC3 and was putting up a decent fight, and he pretty much just got buried here. And I was like, I wanted to see Raul Mendoza win. I'll be honest. I thought they were gonna have him win and get a little bit of a push, because I know that I saw that match against EC3 and it wasn't bad, but I know I've seen that dude 4 or 5 times before, And I mean, when he came out, he got hype. He was like yelling, and he knew he was going to get his ass kicked, but he was just ready to get his ass kicked. So I mean, I had kind of a little bit of hope for little Raul Mendoza, but it wasn't meant to be. He got buried by the least finest, Kona Reeves.
Oh, definitely.
You can continue on with the last one because I didn't. I only watched like the first minute of this match.
It was Pete Dunne and only Lorcan and Danny
Yeah,
Burch
talking to you,
taking on the Undisputed Era. Sorry, I had to steal the spotlight again.
Yeah, because you didn't watch this match.
I know, which I'm actually trying to watch it on the freaking WWE network. It's so stupid.
Oh, that's all good. It was good, but like the Undisputed Era was like they dominated this whole match. They ran over. They pretty much took Lorcan and Burch and beat them up for like 10 minutes, and then Pete Dunne would get in and they would do some stuff and he would, have the advantage, and then they would beat up Lorcan and Burch again. But then, it all goes crazy and Burch puts this fucking DDT on, O'Reilly. And, I mean, he dropped him straight
O'Reilly.
on his head. It was nuts. Auto parts. But, yeah. Nice-ass DDT, but it was a wheelbarrow DDT. Kind of weird. Looked weird, but the drop was crazy. I'm surprised he didn't break some necks or something. He's going to have that spinal stenosis and get retired like Edge.
Oh, man, he's going to have that vertigo.
Yeah, he's going to get that vertigo. It was crazy, but, somehow Burch, Lorcan, and Dunne won. I guess it was to be expected. Payback. Why go through all this build-up if they weren't going to win, So, I guess it's what's to be expected, but does that mean they're going to challenge for the belts? Does that mean that they're going to... that Lorcan and Burch are going to challenge for the tag team, that Dunne's going to maybe have a belt-for-belt match with Adam Cole? Or Roderick Strong going to go for Dunne's belt?
I think it's insane that every week NXT leaves me... I can't wait to watch the next episode. I'm looking forward to it. But Raw and SmackDown really hasn't been doing it.
I bet you finished Raw and SmackDown.
Huh?
I bet you finished Raw and SmackDown.
Oh yeah, I did. I did forget to finish the last match.
Yeah. So excited. I can tell.
Yep.
Shut up.
I'm excited too. Man.
Good stuff. That was a good little NXT.
But Raw and SmackDown just haven't been leaving me like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next week. Like, there's no, edge of your seat type stuff happening. It's just filler matches and squash matches and random mixed tag team matches. And it's just, there's not a lot of good story going on either show.
What actually happened to Johnny Gargano? That's... Oh, wait. Oh, I don't... I just saw the picture.
He got vertigo.
Oh my god. Okay, do we want to discuss...
Let's run into the rest of the... No, let's run into the rest of the rumors here. And,
okay.
The biggest one, I'm sure. I got the biggest one, though. Everybody knows.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Got the biggest rumor. Let's see.
Largest piece of news. Mine's bigger than yours.
Go in.
WWE has decided that they're only going to sell Raw.
SmackDown, not Raw.
No, they're only going to sell Raw to the USA. And they're going to sell SmackDown to somebody else. It's going to the
Nope, you got
bidder.
this story absolutely wrong. The people that own Raw and SmackDown at the moment wants to keep Raw. They don't want to keep SmackDown.
That's what I said. They're keeping Raw and they're tripling the current deal.
Yeah.
They're tripling.
Okay,
Some people are saying
apparently
240 million. Some people are saying 400 and something million.
So
but
SmackDown could be on a different show.
SmackDown will be on a different. Will be on a different network. It could be on a different day too, but we'll be on a different network. I kind of hope they keep the same days because it works for me with my schedule. Like I won't be able.
Fox. Is what they're saying.
I sure hope they don't go back to like Fridays or something. Because I remember one time when SmackDown was on Friday.
They can't, unless they push NXT to a different day.
Why couldn't it be Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
Well, look, we have Raw first, then SmackDown, then NXT. They can't do Raw, NXT, and SmackDown.
Then after that, we've got 205 Live.
Why can't they?
Because that's just not in order.
What? Why? How? Plus, NXT only airs on the network for years and years.
Okay, so you know how
Raw
Sanity,
and SmackDown Monday and Friday.
You know how Sanity still had a match. You know how Sandy still had a match on NXT.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be showing up on SmackDown. That's why.
Well, no, they're not. They're just not showing up on SmackDown yet because they didn't want to get buried. They didn't want to bury them. Right. I just read an article on that they held off intentionally on debuting Sanity.
I got
and that Nikki Cross is staying in NXT. Apparently.
Yeah, still.
I got some news here. We have the reason why Big Show didn't appear.
He had a hole
at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, because he had a hole in his leg that was from surgery from some kind of infection or something that he had to get removed that left a hole in his leg. And then we have Ric Flair canceling appearances to 3 different cities. Yeah, because of an illness. Yeah, exactly. So we're not going to be seeing
Nobody's going to talk about John Cena getting back with Nikki Bella.
Yeah, of course. I was getting into that.
They're going to... Guess they're banging again.
See, like I was just saying, this was a whole big scheme just to get the ratings and for Tola Bellas.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
they just wanted
the fans talking about that. Yeah.
Cash in quickly.
It's for Tola Bellas.
Mhm. Of course. Now, they're also saying that they might not get it back together. But that's also a big cash in, I believe, of putting this might in it. Because the show is still, it's just been released.
You're gonna watch the show to find out.
Yeah. Exactly.
They even, I knew it was real, well, I knew it was not real when I seen and they made it like this dramatic thing in the commercial.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's
I had read somewhere that I had read somewhere, a lot of times they'll use stuff like out of context to make you think that it's something else. And I think that's kind of what they did. There was supposedly that they filmed some kind of thing about they had done it for something or another. There was a story behind what scene they used and why to make it look like it was part of that whole big thing. But I don't think it's featured, like the whole breakup thing is featured that big.
No, I know. I don't think
I don't know.
I don't think the scene was
you seen this
an actual filmed thing about the breakup. I think I get that they used the previously recorded scene that made it look like they were fighting or whatever.
Yeah, that scene.
The point that they're using, they blatantly reference the fact that they're having relationship problems. I'm not
disagreeing that I definitely think that the whole thing was a work just to sell views.
I agree.
Sell ads and revenue. But man, I really wish I would have been in the stock market recently and had some WWE stock. It went up to a record high and jumped $6.
Raw.
I don't know if you know much about stocks.
Raw went up.
well, not Raw, but the WWE stock in general. There's not a Raw stock. WWE stock is one thing, but it jumped like up by like $6, and it's in the 40-50 range, and stuff that's that high doesn't jump like that much that fast. And if you would have had stuff in it, you could triple money real quick.
Actually, hang on. I'm actually just like watching a video right now. How long to expect Randy Orton out of action?
4 years.
Imagine
as long as we expect
he tore his meningitis. He's never coming back.
We also have some other news here about, I don't know if you guys heard about Ronda Rousey doing a house show debut, kind of smashed that house show
Getting
debut.
on the top rope. Like, they're making a big deal because Ronda Rousey got on the turnbuckle. She didn't jump off of them. She didn't do a moonsault. She didn't do an elbow drop. She got on the ropes and celebrated.
Hey, let's remember here, they don't got turnbuckles in the UFC.
Deal.
3 months it might take for Randy Orton to be out. 3 months.
No, they don't have turnbuckles, but almost every fighter I've ever seen jumps up and gets on the edge of it and throws their hands up.
Yeah, on the edge of the cage.
Why are we don't make a big deal about that? Oh my God. Cyborg was the first woman ever to jump on the side. No, she's not. 'Cause they've all done that.
I don't know. It's just a Ronda Rousey guy. They're just trying to make cash in on her.
It's like, oh my God, Ronda Rousey was at home playing basketball and she touched the rim.
In other news, we have Enzo Amore having his
charges.
thing, his case closed. And also, the accuser came up with a big story, kind of trying to defend herself and making a big deal about the place being closed, about, my rapist is still out there, free to roam the world, blah, 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 this and that. Now, I don't know, we didn't really talk about this, I guess. Did we really actually have a deep discussion about... I mean, I guess we brought it up.
I've seen pictures of the chick, and I don't think Enzo Amore raped her. I'm saying, if anything, he turned her down and she cried rape.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking as well.
Okay,
I hate to be that guy, but she looked a little psycho. She looked a little maybe desperate. How you say it?
Wait.
I agree.
Okay, hang on.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, how much do you think
Man,
Sami
you ought to
Zayn...
look this chick up.
Yo, I definitely... stop, no.
No, I seen a picture of her. There's a picture in this article of her.
Going down right now on the WWE.com. How much do you think Sami Zayn looks like Prince Harry? What question?
Stop, Ben. Just stop.
Just stop, Ben.
What? What did he just say?
Yeah. Okay.
What did he just say?
So some strange. Sami Zayn apparently.
He said, "Please
like
kick me
Harry.
from the chat room."
Okay, no problem.
Why? Hey. Yo, I'm just like I'm
I just
saying,
looked up what this
I'm
chick
reading
looks like for the first time.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's
I have
no
a few
way.
more stories to talk about here, if you guys don't mind.
I'm not one to, say something about people's appearances, but at the level of fame Enzo Amore was at, even prior, and the way that Enzo Amore acts, he's not gonna settle for a 5. And I'm sorry, chick, you're maybe not even be a 5.
Here's a little bit of truth.
I'm being generous. We speak from the heart at Dat Wrasslin podcast. I'm not afraid to say it. The bitch ain't hot.
How do you know that's not Enzo's type?
Well, I saw a picture of the stripper remember the stripper fiasco?
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, have you
Like,
this
yeah,
is
she
Enzo.
looked better than that.
But strippers are strippers, guy. Come on.
Yeah,
But strippers
but
are not hot.
I'm just saying, I don't see it. I mean, I can see why it didn't get proven in court, and anybody that's gonna keep going out there, and she's trying to get attention. It's like she had her 15 seconds of fame, and it's because she cried rape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you think Zack Ryder deserves an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship?
No, not right now.
No. But we're still on these news and stuff.
Yeah, I know, because I'm just.
We didn't bring it up yet, and we kind of talked about it. I think yesterday about Titus O'Neil teases Marvel kind of role, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's cool.
You think he's gonna be a big character?
If they do it right, no, it won't be a big character. It'll be some like the first thing that popped in my head was like Korg. Remember Korg from Thor Ragnarok?
You know the first thing popped in my head?
What?
Luke Cage. Luke fucking Cage. If they do a Luke Cage movie with fucking Titus
They're not
O'Neil,
gonna do a Luke Cage movie.
You can't take that major of a role.
And it's already like Luke Cage season 2 comes out like next month.
Yeah, but that's a show.
No,
that's a show. Not a movie.
It doesn't matter. They're all intertwining right now. Like
no, it's not. You
yes,
see
they
fucking
are.
Luke Cage. You see Luke Cage and fucking Daredevil on fucking Avengers. What the fuck are you talking about? Come on, guys.
Listen to me. You didn't see. Hey, stop. You didn't see Luke Cage on Ben. Shit.
What?
You didn't. I'm trying to talk. And you didn't see Luke Cage and Daredevil shit on the Avengers, but in Luke Cage and Daredevil and all that stuff, they talk about.
That's on Netflix.
Stop interrupting. They talk about all the stuff that's happening in the movies, and they do drop little hints and stuff about in Infinity War. There were little hints and stuff about Daredevil and Luke Cage and stuff like that. But
of course they're gonna drop hints.
They all live in the same proximity.
Yeah,
they're connected. So you can't have two different Luke Cages. Is all I'm saying.
Well, look of all the shows that they've done and movies that they've done. Come on.
But those were owned by completely different companies. They've combined it all. They got rid of all their errors. They went through and made whole movies. They made entire movies with the only purpose of that whole movie was to erase their former mistakes.
Yeah,
they made a whole movie just to erase all the past shit. They made Days of Future Past just to say, okay, look, we know we fucked up. This is reset.
Yeah.
I think he's way too tall and lanky anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that he was gonna be fucking Luke Cage. I'm just saying that's the only thing I thought about. Not to be racist. Not to be racist. He's gonna be in Captain Marvel.
He's gonna be a Kree or something.
Probably.
He's probably gonna be like a Kree warrior or a general for the Krees. He might be a big bad guy, but it'll probably be like a minor role. Like, has everybody seen Infinity War?
No,
I have not seen it.
Shit, you guys, what is wrong with y'all?
I haven't even seen Age of Ultron yet.
Yeah.
Well, those don't really matter. I guess they kind of do.
What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. That's fucking Avengers, guy. Age of Ultron is Avengers.
They all kind of stand up. They all kind of stand
from a guy that's saying, "Oh, they're all intertwined over here." It says Age of Ultron doesn't matter. Come on.
I'm just saying that they're so good. They're all. My shit is together. I could eat. I mean, it's like I eat.
What are you trying to say, Sheep?
I'm trying to say that they're so good that you can watch almost all of them standalone. But they're all also intertwined. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is completely intertwined with the shows.
Yeah.
Like what happened at the end of.
I didn't know we turned into a Marvel podcast.
Hey,
here.
that's what happened.
It's funny because I'm actually wearing a Marvel T-shirt right now.
It's funny.
It's all good.
Because I
Yeah,
want
I
my
haven't seen the
Deadpool
last two
fucking
Avengers
box
movies.
in already.
Okay.
That's oh, we're doing this on the wrong day. Yeah, guys, don't forget to check out that Marvel podcast.
That Marvel
Alright, guys, it's
podcast.
4:30. I'm gonna go, you guys.
Oh wait, I have more news here. We're almost done.
Hey,
We're almost done.
You got
You
more
guys
news,
hear about
more
the?
news. I want to hear
You
it.
guys hear about the Kenny Omega shots at WWE? Kenny Omega
Well, was
gave
it
a
Oh,
shot
I
at
did not hear
WWE.
about
it
that.
wasn't that big of a shot. It
No,
was
but
kind of just
a
like,
lot of people made a big deal about it because how
No,
Kenny
but
Omega is like a
wasn't that
big
the name
star.
of y'all's
And,
next pay-per-view or something like that?
yeah. Somebody put a picture of that game. What was it? It was a pitch.
PS2 SmackDown. Here comes the pain.
No.
Oh, shut your
It was
mouth.
Shut Your
SmackDown,
Mouth.
shut your mouth.
It was a cover of Shut Your Mouth. He goes, oh, I didn't, but the pay-per-view thing. And Kenny Omega just went off on that. Because it's funny because the cover we have basically everybody that's, wrestling right now or appears and
Was on,
yeah.
Chris Jericho, Brock Lesnar. I don't think it was Roman Reigns.
No. It was Kurt Angle, Brock
John
Lesnar,
Cena.
Triple H, Chris Jericho, Booker T, and John Cena. Yeah.
Yeah, which Chris Jericho did lose to Kenny Omega. Spoiler alert. Sorry, if no one actually saw that.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty. I thought that was a pretty good hit at WWE. I mean,
Oh my god!
it is what it is.
Adam Cole has actually wrestled Candice LeRae. Oh my god, at PWG.
Who?
Adam Cole has actually wrestled Candice LeRae in a wrestling match.
Mhm.
What?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, you're not Candice LeRae, Jonah Gargano's wife.
Oh yeah.
I think this was back before Adam Cole was doing I don't know what gimmick he had, but I think I just don't know what gimmick he had, but yeah. It's some of the other videos I usually do watch, about PWG. One of I remember Adam Cole. He actually had a gimmick of people doing it oh darn. I will probably mention that in a different video. Don't worry about that video. But...
All right. Well, I have another 2 more stories here. We have a story from Rich Swann. He's gonna be going to Impact Wrestling, just in case anybody wants to know what Rich Swann's up to.
Can you handle it?
Yeah, he's gonna be saying, "Can you handle it at Impact?" Another one. We got Mike Kanellis. Mike Kanellis coming out saying that he misses wrestling. So I don't know what they're gonna do with Mike Kanellis. Apparently, he wants to get back in the ring, but WWE's holding him off or something's holding him off. I didn't really read into it because I'm not really into Mike Kanellis.
Maybe nobody wants to see Mike Kanellis wrestle.
Because
the only
he's
thing
a Kurt
I care
Hawkins
about from Mike Kanellis is the only thing I care about is his badass entrance theme. This is the most awesome '80s song ever.
Oh god.
And
yeah,
for the final news. This is why Soul left for the final news. He doesn't want to hear it. Soul does not want to hear this news. No. It's about Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is responding to the heel turn thing. He's been doing some interviews lately, and people have been interviewing him. Stone Cold was one of them that kind of not really interview him, but put something out there, and he responded back to Stone Cold about Stone Cold saying something about how to make Roman Reigns a good heel or put Roman Reigns as a good heel, and he responded to that. He was saying something about, ain't I a heel already? I mean, I go out there and they boo, so why should I try to go for something that's already happening? He says that. And then we have a little bit mixed emotions here from Roman Reigns, though, because then he gave an interview. He was on an interview and he gave something about a respond about how to make him a good heel, how to make himself a good heel. He said he wanted to be in a match with Daniel Bryan, and that's how you would make a good heel out of himself, is what he's basically was saying. He said, if you want me to be a good heel, you would put me in a match with Daniel Bryan, and that and make it well deserved or some shit like that. I didn't really go deep into reading it, but that's what he was saying definitely about that.
Okay, can we talk about this? What's the thing I'm actually trying to talk about? So this little bit of a tease that Finn Balor gave to us about like next year's WrestleMania 35 between him and Daniel Bryan. Do you think that match could steal the show at WrestleMania?
Huh?
Like if it actually did happen.
What?
Because like I remember there was a Pacific, if I could find it now. Oh damn it! Yeah, of course I got to check.
Finn Balor and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, Finn Balor and Daniel Bryan.
Sure.
What, just for a match?
He actually said like he wants to wrestle Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35. That's like what he wants to like. That's what he was like kind of teasing.
I don't know.
I guess that'd be interesting.
They're on different brands, but
yeah. Well, same thing with Roman Reigns is saying that to make a good heel turn, he figures having him fight Daniel Bryan's in some kind of rival would be a good heel turn for him. So Daniel Bryan's also on a different brand, so yeah, that's that.
They should just have him keep spearing Jinder Mahal through walls. I'm good with that. They can have Roman Reigns do that every day, and I'm happy to see Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
no, I don't want to see him have. I don't want to see him have matches with Jinder Mahal. I just want to see him beat up Jinder Mahal in the back, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But a heel fighting a heel doesn't make a heel a heel.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely true.
Well, it's not really.
But if a heel's heel has heels, won't the heel be healed into being a heel?
See, that's the thing. The way you look at Roman Reigns, he's getting booed, so it kind of might seem like he's some kind of heel. But the reality of fact, he's just getting booed because everybody hates him. So he's not really even a heel.
Not me. I love Roman Reigns. He's my favorite
He's not really
wrestler.
A heel or a face to the crowd. So the only thing he basically is to WWE is a face. That's what they wanted him to be. So you're kind of having somebody that's being booed fight a person that's being booed. So what's the point there? Who can boo the hardest for somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, will Roman be booed the hardest, or?
Well, it's almost like the thing, you know, no news is bad news, or you know, like all press is good press. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as there's a reaction, he's still putting asses in seats. Unless people start saying,
that's what he
said.
I'm
not watching wrestling ever again because Roman Reigns is in there. Then they're going to still have Roman Reigns, and they're going to do whatever they want to do with him.
That's what Roman Reigns said. He kind of said that on an interview about the whole thing about people booing him and the heel thing. He goes, as long as I show up, people will still be there and they'll still boo me. So ain't I doing my job or something like that?
At the end of the day, even if he's not putting asses in seats, other people are. And he's still getting a reaction. And the more he gets a reaction, I'll tell you what, I guarantee you the day that Roman Reigns comes out and nobody cheers and nobody boos, that's the day he doesn't get a push anymore. Let him come out to crickets. I guarantee you, nothing happened. Crickets. Have a boycott where nobody cheers Roman Reigns, nobody boos him, or all the people that normally boo him just decide to be quiet. Let him hear the crickets.
That will not happen with WWE.
Well, I mean that's the only way.
Well, not WWE, but the community.
It's the only way they're gonna stop. You know that.
What's up, Daniel?
You'd have to have like your whole city or whatever, the whole city would have to be prepared in advance. Like,
Just
okay, let's
put
find
on more
Roman Reigns,
matches like the.
Gonzalez.
Just put on more matches like the one that Backlash where everybody just leaves. Just keep doing that, WWE, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Let's see another Backlash. I can't wait for that.
AJ Finn cashes in on.
No, I'm just not saying another Backlash. I'm
Backlash.
just saying another match where people leave for Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. People straight up left on that match.
Oh, we had a lot of people show up at the end of the podcast. You guys missed everything.
What is up, Daniel Martinez? Okay, can we? Okay, there is something I actually also do want to like respond. Damn. Okay, so
we can wrap
Soulamazin,
this
he
up?
actually like just said like in the chat, and I quote, if my freaking computer's like gonna start working again.
Up.
So Soulamazin doesn't get a say. Soulamazin doesn't get a say on the podcast right now because
He's a
he left.
leaver.
He left.
Okay.
So he's
So
irrelevant at the
without
moment.
leave. We didn't
to
say
say-
you could go.
So he's irrelevant.
Okay, so say
right
for
now.
example, like if Finn Balor does win, right? Which I actually I do know, like he will go for the Universal Championship because like remember like he actually like wants that title back. Remember because like he hasn't got his fair shot at the Universal
that's true.
title.
I stressed that a lot. Ben, you
Yeah.
haven't been here for the past 4 weeks, and I stressed the whole Finn Balor thing many times on the podcast. I stressed that a lot. I
definitely.
stand my point ground. I want Finn Balor to have his title back. He
Yeah,
deserves
definitely.
that shit.
Wait,
Anyways.
what a wuss.
We need to wrap up the podcast here, folks. It's already
Definitely
gonna
do.
be that time.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah. My morning, great.
hmm
Wish me luck. Great.
I'm wishing you luck, Ben, at the doctor's tomorrow morning. Hopefully, you're
Yeah, I
healing
think
up quick over there.
Yeah, I think it's like only like for like a blood test.
Alright guys, it's Soulamazin Gaming. I hate Brock Lesnar. Peace out.
Alright, so see ya.
my God,
I already
that
knew you hated Brock
accent.
Lesnar.
Oh my god, that accent
Alright.
was so on point. I'm saying that right now.
We mean the accent. That was Soul. I just said that. Just
Oh,
like-
really?
Soulamazin
Yeah.
Gaming. Right here.
Yeah. See?
Oh, I didn't fucking realize.
See?
Baron
Told you.
Corbin's the greatest.
80 subs, yo. Can we actually just, despite the fact right now, that Wrasslin podcast has now got
Hey.
80 subscribers.
We're at 80
Nearly-
subscribers. Oh
yo.
shit. Nice, guys.
20
I
away.
appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. We
20
gained 3
away.
subscribers today or something
Hitting
like
100
that.
subscribers.
The
Can we do it?
podcast almost has more
Can we do it?
subscribers than I do.
Oh, great.
Alright, guys. I appreciate all you guys that stopped by the podcast and, gave
Yep,
us
hit
a
the like
listen
button,
and gave
yeah.
us a like and subscribe to us.
Definitely.
We all appreciate it here at That Wrasslin Podcast.
Okay, so just said that I leave and people show up. Oh, great.
Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next podcast, of course. Same day as
Definitely.
always, same
Of
time.
course, yep.
Sunday, you know how it is.
Yep.
Saturday or Sunday,
And
depending
hopefully
on where
I
you
will be
live,
on
honestly.
the next episode.
Yep,
Like,
and hopefully Ben will be
nothing
here
else
again.
comes up tomorrow.
And hopefully we have no absences. And, yeah,
Yep.
we'll catch you guys next weekend with the podcast. Peace out, guys. Take care. See you later, Attica.